I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and I am sitting next to one of my favorite guests, the most requested guest, Mr. Dogwater, Brandon Armstrong,
the man
everybody.
Himself, the man, look, that's a big intro.
Yeah, everyone's obsessed with you, Brandon. Ever since you came on, everyone's like, we need Brandon back. We need Brandon back.
You know, look, I don't know. Is your podcast like mainly women or men? That what?
I would say 90% women.
90% women?
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the women then.
You're doing it for the girls.
I'm
We
doing it
love
for
it.
the trashers.
The trashers, that's what we call them, the trashers.
There we
And
go.
the Dancing with the Stars fans.
Dancing with the
'cause
Stars fans.
You made it into the finale.
Finally.
Which we'll get into all of that,
Yeah.
but I need to catch up with you. We need to
been
do a
a
little
long time.
mini dumpster deep dive.
Yes,
It's been almost exactly a year since you
Has it?
came on, because the last time you came on was December 6th. I looked.
Was it really?
Yeah, because it was during this like break that
Yeah,
you have
little
before you
break
go
before
on to
tour.
tour. And
This
so
year flew by.
yeah,
Flew
it
by.
really did. And I'm
It
sure
flew
it flew
by.
even faster for you
Oh,
because
yeah.
every day was probably hectic.
Hectic.
When you last came, you didn't know if you were going to be on the next season or not. So how soon did you find out? Sorry to interrupt, but today's episode is brought to you by Spearmint Love. You guys know how much I love Spearmint Love. Spearmint Love isn't just another baby boutique, okay? It's a trusted name in the baby and family space, known for its exclusive collections and huge selection of high-quality baby essentials and seasonal outfits. And they also have very fast shipping because they ship directly from their headquarters in sunny Arizona. I love getting fun, festive outfits for my kids for the holiday, whether it's coming up Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. They really have the best prints, and everything is comfortable and you can match all your kids. It's literally the cutest thing ever. They have soft bamboo like sets that are like butter. And then you also have the rompers, the sweaters. Literally, it's all so good. And Spearmint Love is offering Weekly Trash listeners 25% off. All you have to do is use code WEEKLYTRASH at spearmintlove.com. Again, that is code WEEKLYTRASH at spearmintlove.com. And make sure you are getting those perfect holiday matching moments at Spearmint Love, because they truly have the cutest outfits for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. And thank you, Spearmint Love, for sponsoring today's episode.
Let's see. So I found out August.
Okay.
So it was a long time, right? Because I did all of tour.
Yeah.
We went to Europe for a little bit, hung out, relaxed, tried to enjoy it. But the thing is that even during your summer, you're trying to like enjoy your summer and relax and chill, whatever.
Yeah.
But in the back of your mind, you're like, do I have a job?
Yeah.
And not only do I have a job, if I do have a job, who is it with? Is it going to go well? Controversial, not controversial, make
Yeah.
it far, not make it far. Like you just kind of have all these thoughts. So it's like you're hanging out during the summer, but low key, you're kind of like, gosh dang, like I wish they would just call me and let me know now so I could enjoy the summer. And then,
Yeah.
so I probably found out July, August, and then,
Wait, that's crazy. I didn't realize it was that.
Oh,
like,
it's late.
Like you did the whole tour being like, all
Whole
right, best
tour.
behavior. Let's
1,000.
go.
Yeah, you're out there praying.
Wait, that's so scary.
It's insane. It's insane, and it happens every year.
So it'll happen again this year.
It
So you
happens
have
this year.
no idea.
It's already started. Now I'm already starting to think like, hopefully I got a job in next year. I've been home for a week.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
No, that takes
It's
a
crazy.
mental toll for sure.
1,000%. And I think that it depends like who you are. I think if you're some of these pros that have probably been around forever, they're really
Yeah.
established. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's probably less worrisome for them. But even them, it's like, you never know. Sometimes they trim some dudes off the top. Sometimes they trim some
Yeah.
dudes in the middle off the bottom. Like it just,
You want some new talent, some new
1,000%.
faces.
1,000%. It's like going to a new barber. You never know how it's going to turn out, you know?
Yeah, because
They
if
could
you
drop-
don't, like what do you do?
That's the question. That's the main. I'd move into your basement. Me and my wife would move in here.
Yeah,
We'd be hanging out.
we
I'd be paying half
you
your
become
mortgage.
an influencer full time
I-
because you're
okay,
really
listen.
good at it. You're
Okay,
funny,
first of all,
Brandon.
now you're lying.
You're
So we're
good.
starting the podcast with
We're
some
starting
lies.
with lies.
early.
2 truths and a
That's
lie.
great. 2 truths and a lie.
You're a
That's
good
crazy.
dancer. You're good at social media.
Media and black. Well,
you're
I'll
black.
tell you which one. I'll tell you which one it is. I'll tell you which one the lie.
I love it.
Look, I'll tell you right now, I could never be a full-time influencer because
Yeah.
I think I suck at it. I would love to. In another life, I'm like a little blonde girl that can just get on social
blonde
media,
girl.
or just like a girl that's like really like into the
Yeah.
TikTok dances.
Yeah,
you
or like
know?
we were saying before, a diva.
A diva.
A little diva.
If I was a diva, I would be on social media killing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know what I would do, honestly. I think I would. Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Gosh, I don't know.
Because would they
Teach?
Because yeah, like, but even if you aren't on the cast, they still need, what do they call it? The people,
Like the troop,
the troop.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I would do troop. I mean, I don't I'd rather be a
Yeah,
pro.
let's not put that.
Yeah,
Let's not
I don't want to put that.
don't
Let
put
me
that
knock that.
energy in
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Get that out of here.
No, but that is like a scary thought to think about every single year. Like,
For sure.
what am I going to do if they don't cast me? Which
1,000%.
they would be dumb not to cast you.
I mean, I hope.
You also need to have that like mentality of feeling confident in
Yeah,
yourself.
like you're a big dog, you know?
Yeah. Even though like they hold the power.
1,000%.
Like that's intense.
It's intense. And it's intense because, especially for us, like my wife and I, we live in Utah.
Yeah.
And so our whole life kind of revolves around the season. It's like we move out to LA for a little bit, then I go on tour. That's like 6-7 months of our life.
Yeah.
Then the other months, you know, we're lucky enough to be able to hang out, come back home, do some social media stuff, kind of do that end of the fence or that side of the fence. But yeah, it's always just kind of looming. Like you hope that we're able to keep getting hired on the show, but also have some consistency, because it's like we want to start a family. We want to plant some roots. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting old. I always say this. It's like
what are you, like 32?
I'm 30.
You're not even 30. You're not even over the age of 30.
Yeah, but I'm on the hill. You know how they say that? Like you get to the hill.
There.
I'm top of the hill. I'm enjoying the roller coaster, but I can see it's about to go down.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I'm enjoying it.
The
while
arthritis
I'm up here.
is kicking in already.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning. I said, I moved my head off the pillow. There was dust on the pillow. I'm
like,
sorry. Yeah, puffing. Yeah. I said, get out of here. I'm getting old McGee. And I don't even know if it's an age thing for me, but it's like a mileage thing.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing it. I started when I was 20.
Yeah.
So it's 10 years now. And the miles are starting to, it's
well,
a used
tour
Honda. Tour
is probably, which is more exhausting, tour or the actual season?
Okay, so before I would say tour by 1,000,000%, but that's because I made it to week 2 and I got bounced every season. So so now
you're like, yeah, tour's way harder.
Tour's hard. I work for 3 weeks on the show and then I'd be hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
This was so hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of effort. It consumes you. Like every single thought I had was about Dancing with the Stars. It was about Chandler. It was about choreography, music, costumes, social media.
Yeah.
Just like people's opinions, people's good opinions, bad opinions. Like it just was so consuming. So I think on that front, the show was way harder than it's ever been. Now physically, tour is a son of a gun because you're doing at least 6 shows a week, sometimes 8 shows a week. We do 83 shows this season. This tour, we're going to do 83 shows, 56, 60 something cities. My last show is, I go out January 1st to tech rehearsal.
Yeah.
I finish April 6th in LA.
Oh?
And we have, that's 13
Oh
weeks?
my gosh.
It's insane.
And you're sleeping in a bus.
On a bus, in a coffin.
Like,
in a little bunk.
That's not good for the arthritis.
No. For the joints.
No.
You're like this in the wheels on the way down. Yeah, it's crazy.
No.
It's crazy. It has to be twerking when I'm sleeping.
No, literally.
It's insane.
You're getting those booty muscles even when you're sleeping.
Booty cheeks caked up on a Tuesday afternoon in the bus in the middle of Iowa.
No, I feel like tour seems like it'd be really fun in theory.
It is.
But it's probably super exhausting because when you're not performing, you're either practicing or you need to sleep because
1,000%.
you have to perform. So do you ever have like downtime when you're on tour?
You know, we get 1 day off a week, most Mondays. We get off.
Do you just want to sleep?
Yeah. That's another thing. Brian, my wife, she'll call me. Oh, you're in a cool city today. What are you going to do? Girl, we just pulled in to the venue at 7 a.m. after you drove all night. I'm going to bed. Mm-hmm. Closing the blinds, ordering room service, double waffles, no bacon, turkey bacon, hash brown.
No bacon?
I hate bacon. I hate pork.
What?
I'm not a pork guy.
You're not a fan of the
You
swine?
like pork?
I love bacon.
Do you like pork chops?
No, I don't like pork chops.
But you love bacon.
I like bacon.
I'm not a bacon guy.
Bacon, dip it in some maple syrup.
That's crazy.
It's so bad for you.
But it's delicious.
It's so good.
I'm a turkey bacon guy.
That's disgusting.
That is criminal.
Like, that is so LA of you. Like, I like
turkey
bacon.
Now we're not doing all
Next,
this.
you're going to do tofu bacon. You're like, I love tofu.
Tofu can stay a mile away from me at all times.
Honestly, turkey bacon kind of dog water.
It's so good. Dog water on the turkey bacon?
It's dog water.
I think turkey bacon slaps. Little eggs, turkey bacon, cheese with the eggs.
Okay.
Get the room service in there. Go to bed.
I'm assuming Dancing with the Stars pays for all your like food and stuff while you're.
Yeah, they give you like a per diem a day while you're out there. Plus, there's most venues that we pull in, they have catering set up for us. So we'll go in there, eat the catering, hit the gym, do a show every night, meet and greet every day.
Is it like you have to be on tour if you are a pro?
No. So there's a lot of pros that don't end up going on tour. To be honest, there's a lot of pros that like me. I like being as involved with the brand of Dancing with the Stars as possible. I love it.
Yeah.
I love being on the show. I love doing podcast interviews, TV, anything that has to do with the show. I love it. That's just because I enjoy it though.
Yeah.
So tour for me is obviously a no-brainer. I enjoy it. You know, there's some pros that are just in different phases of lives. They have kids. They are just older or not interested or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing about tour is that it will put the mileage on quick. You want to talk about miles? It's like, again, you're doing 8 shows a week of 2 hours of straight dancing.
Yeah.
Last tour I came home, it was either last tour or the tour before. I went out at like 200 pounds, 205 maybe. I came home and I was like 167 pounds.
Shut up.
Hand to the heavens. Strike me down.
Oh my gosh.
I looked like a beanstalk.
Wow.
Just so small.
Because I feel like as an outsider, I always look at it as, oh, the pros that don't want to go maybe have a chip on their shoulder, or they like think they're too good for it. But maybe it is just because it is so debilitating.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort. And also a lot of them are just in different phases. And like if they have like other projects going on, you know, they want to venture out. Again, a lot of these people have been around I feel like I've been around for a long time, but I'm still in the middle. Yeah. Right? Like you have like Pasha and Danny who are newer than me. Now you have Ezra and Riley who are newer than me. But then other than that, it's me and Alan. Yeah. And Britt, we're like kind of all in that like middle group. A lot of these pros have still been here. Not only a little bit before me, but a lot of it before me.
Like when you were a little kid going out there.
When I was a kid, you know, like when I was on the show for the first time when I was 13, there was pros that were on the show that were pros. Yeah. You know, and so for them, I don't blame them. If I was at that stage of my career or just put in the mileage that I have, you know, you're not going to take it's not worth it.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And there's other projects that they're interested in or just other phases of life that they're interested in. And yeah. I mean, look, God willing, I'm on the show long enough that I can also be somebody that's making that decision. But for right now, for me, it's about the grind.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Put your nose down, make your money, go out there, have fun. Yeah. Put names to faces, right? Like see all these people that have voted for you and supported you and gotten into the show.
Dancing with the Star fans are next level.
Next level. And it's even bigger now. To me, it's the biggest it's ever been.
Yeah, same.
Just because of social media. And I just think it's huge.
Especially with being on Disney Plus. I feel like that was a huge change.
Huge change.
For everything.
And I think a lot of people were really nervous about that. But to me, I'm like, that is like the frontier of what television and TV
streaming
looks like.
Services is the way to go. We actually just got rid of our like DirecTV, whatever.
It's a big step, right?
Xfinity, whatever. Yeah. And now we're YouTube TV. Oh. Have you heard of YouTube TV?
I have heard of YouTube TV.
They have everything.
I use my in-laws' YouTube TV.
It's genius.
I steal it.
It's the way to go.
It is.
You can have like 7 accounts.
Yeah, and it's just smart to me. And I'm not going to come home and tune in to Discovery Channel. No. Now, that being said, Discovery Channel, if you want to work with me, hit your boy up. I'll go to the Amazon.
He's down. Naked and Afraid.
I'll be on Naked and Afraid.
Would you do Naked and Afraid?
Okay, let me take that back. The only thing that scares me about Naked and Afraid is that little bug's going to crawl up
your butt?
Yeah, my crack.
Your booty hole?
Yeah. And like I said, I got a big booty. You know, I'm caked up. So a lot of bugs could get up in that booty hole. They could just find their way in. Don't want anything up the booty hole. So, but like
that's your biggest
Survivor
fear.
Or like.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's what. Was that your biggest fear?
A bug in my booty? No, my biggest fear would be eaten by a bear, or I don't know, the whole world seeing me naked on television.
I'd rather have the whole world see me naked than have a bug.
Oh my gosh,
booty.
I honestly think I'd rather have a bug up my asshole
than
have every single person in America, the world, see me naked.
No shot.
Okay, I'm getting a tummy tuck in July. After that, I'll for sure be naked and afraid. I'll for sure be naked and afraid. Call me. I'm interested. I'm interested.
Tummy tuck in July, though.
Yeah, I'm like full on mommy makeover, baby. Brandon, you're gonna see me. You're gonna come on again next year. We're gonna make this like an annual thing. Every December, you're coming on Weekly Trash during your little break. And next December, I'm gonna be so snatched. I might do this in a bikini.
Oh, you don't? I'll join you. What's that guy? What's the guy, the singer that Benson
Boone?
Yeah, in the American flag speedo, I'll just be sitting here. God bless America.
It'll be Naked in the Trash.
Naked in the Trash.
Yeah, I love it. But what's that show that they have celebrities do? Like Tyler Cameron was on it just barely.
Special Forces.
Special Forces.
Girl, get me on.
Would you do Special Forces?
Absolutely.
Anybody listening?
Special Forces. Hit your boy.
Okay. Yeah.
I would do Special Forces. Traders. Have you watched Traders?
No, but I know about it, but I haven't watched it.
Girl, you got to get on it.
Okay.
Traders.
What is it on again?
Any of that. Peacock?
Yeah,
why'd I say it like that? Let me put those two words together. Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Emphasis on the P.
Yeah.
But
the peacock.
yeah.
Okay.
you got it. Yeah.
Traitors.
You got to get
No,
into
I
it.
feel like you are made for reality something.
Which is so funny to me because I'm like not with the drama. Like, I'm not a drama
No, that's
kid
what makes it good.
because I just don't care.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to put the filter over my mouth. I'm trying to watch what I say, especially publicly now because now more people are paying attention.
You're a
But I
finale
used to
bro
just
now.
let it fly.
Oh yeah. No, be controversial, Brandon.
Oh, I could be
You
very
could be.
controversial.
And here's the thing. You would get more votes. Because
It's true.
Here's the thing. The most controversial people, you either love them or you hate them, but you're still talking about them.
1,000%. Which is funny to me because I feel like just by existing on the show, I was like somewhat of a controversial pro. I'm like, well, guys, I'm just walking.
I'm just breathing.
I just breathe and people are like, we don't like him. And I'm like, yo mama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you want me to say about that. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's also crazy that now, I'm sure as you've noticed the years that you've been on the show, your level of fame, where it goes from like, oh, you can go out about, and now you probably get stopped a lot.
Yeah, you know, more people are definitely like starting to recognize, but I think that that's like the coolest thing in the world to me.
Oh,
because
it's so cool.
Nobody cared. Yeah. You know, nobody cared for a long time. I didn't care for a long time. I still don't, in all fairness. Like, I'm not trying to do this to be famous. I'm not. I mean, would I love to be Michael B. Jordan? 1,000%. Do I look like Michael B. Jordan? No. The 99
Do you play basketball?
No. You know, maybe the Crenshaw 99-cent store version of Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
But I'm not the LA Michael B. Jordan. So I'm not in it for the fame or this or that or whatever. I'm in it because I really do enjoy it. And it was an opportunity. It's provided like a great lifestyle for me and a life for me that I've loved. And I would have had no opportunity to like achieve that outside of this. And so I love it. But it is cool to see people like recognize you and recognize all the hard work and come up and talk and ask for pictures. I love that stuff.
Oh, I feel like it's very flattering because it shows that like people like you and care about you. And that's a big part of the show with the voting system.
1,000%. It's a huge part. To me, I'm going to make the argument it's the biggest
because
part of the show.
I had put in the questions. I said, this year you really stepped up your Instagram, TikTok game, had a couple viral videos.
Yeah, a few.
Do you feel like that helped you in Chandler?
1,000,000%. I this is my opinion. I think that being the best dancers on the show is almost a harder mountain to climb than being the best like social media couple on the show. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like I think having a great fan base and a lot of votes is more efficient or helps you more than being great dancers. Because at the end of the day, it is a dance competition, but it's a reality television show. Right? That's what it is. It's like a television show. And so I think that there's some pros that feel some type of way about that, or like in other podcasts or in other situations, like people have like kind of made statements or on their own social media. I don't care because to me, I'm like, whatever brings more eyes to the show helps the brand grow, helps me grow, helps everybody involved grow. Right? There's marketing. Enough of the let's increase the pie so that everybody has a bigger slice of it. Yeah. It's marketing, it's PR, you know what I mean? And so for me, it's like, good. Bring a fan base in, bring a younger fan base in, have them vote, have them get really into it. That's amazing. And if you can't tack into that, that's a you thing. Yeah. Not a them thing. Yeah. You know?
Because it's beneficial at the end of the day.
It's beneficial at the end of the day. Did I have the biggest fan base? Absolutely not. Did Chandler have the biggest fan base or does she have absolutely not. But we grew it, right? Yeah. And we worked on growing it and we worked on putting ourselves out there and Briley
worked on making you get that good content.
Yeah, I got to be honest. If you thought it was an ounce of me doing any of that, you're out your mind.
It was your wifey.
It was my wifey.
Wifey.
Yeah. And I did nothing. Yeah. I did nothing. I would just show up and she would say, stand here and be stupid. Yeah. That's my specialty.
Like, I got this.
That's my specialty. Yeah. So I would just stand there, act like an idiot. She would do all the work. And then next thing you knew, we had a few people that were liking us. We
love it.
And I could focus on the dancing, the choreo, which is what I love to do anyway. And so it was enjoyable.
Did you know who Chandler was when you got casted?
I did. So I actually did like a little, I actually found out that I was dancing with Chandler the day before I met her. Okay. And so when our casting director called me, the first thing I did was like, I got to get on my research game. You know what I mean? Because I was like familiar with her, but obviously different scenes because she was like really heavy into the Disney scene and zombies and all that. I'm obviously, if I was sitting at home watching zombies by myself, you probably wouldn't have me on the podcast. You know what I mean?
I'd be a little creepy.
Yeah, I'd probably be down the street. So so it's just a little creep. So I didn't do any of that. And so I had to get on there and my little sister watched. And to clarify,
for those who don't know, it's a Disney kid zombie show.
Disney kid.
It's not like you were watching it's not like Walking Dead. It was
it's not
because a lot of people watch Walking Dead, okay?
I'm not watching World War Z with Brad Pitt.
No,
it's like kids
like
dancing
kids
and singing.
Dancing zombies. It would have been weird.
And if I'm sitting in my apartment watching that at 30 years old with some Indian food, people would be like, he needs to be arrested.
Yeah, something's wrong.
And I
with
don't
him.
blame them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I should be arrested.
Yeah,
for that.
that was weird. So that's not what you're doing.
That's not what I was doing. And so I did get on my research game though. Went home and watched a little bit of Pretty Little Liars, her reboot, and watched Zombies. Got familiar with her. Met her the next day and immediately was like, she's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dope, positive energy, hard worker, talented. So I was like, look, if there's ever a chance for me,
this is it.
This is it. You know, like you got to cook when the pan's hot. And I'm like, the pan is hot. So I got to cook. I got to cook.
Yeah.
I tried to turn into Chef Curry real quick.
You're like, let's go.
Come on. You know, I'm in there cooking the turkey bacon. Yeah. It was time to go.
And did she go into it being like, I want to win? Or was this for her like, oh, this will be a fun little thing. Maybe I'll get more fame. Maybe it'll be good for my,
of course.
You know, like.
She's competitive. So she wanted to do as well as she could. I think the thing that we recognized early on, and I think everybody needs to recognize early on, is that it is like a fan voted television show. And so we just wanted to control what we control. Our goal from day one was we wanted to be around and dance every opportunity that we could. So if there was 10 weeks or 11 weeks of the show, we wanted to dance 11 times.
Yeah.
We wanted to make the finale. We wanted to do a freestyle. Once all that was checked off, winning is winning. You know what I mean? Like it'd be incredible. Trust, I wish I was sitting here with the little mirror ball thing. I'd be flexing it. I'd have it on a chain. I'd look like Flava Flav.
Yes.
You know?
Love it.
But I didn't. And so for me, I was like, that wasn't like the end all be all for me. It was, I wanted to make the finale and do a freestyle.
Yeah.
And lucky enough, we were able to do that. Yeah.
You did. You also did a dance. Was it the freestyle that was dedicated to Black artists?
Yeah.
Who is somebody in the Black community that you look up to when it comes to performing?
You know, that's actually a great question. I also, just on this topic, we were in the car. I was actually in the car with Bradley. She was like, you know, like if this comes up or if you talk about this, and I'm like, I think that the whole like media training and like being politically correct and blah, blah, blah. I think it's important. I think that you you should watch what you say. I think part of the problem with social media is that people walk around and say just off the wall stuff that they would never say to your face because they've never been checked for it. They've never been punched in the mouth over something like that. They've never been blah, blah, blah. So they just think that they can talk crazy, and they just talk crazy to a bunch of people that think exactly like them. And then they get out into the real world where people have different opinions and they fold. Yeah. Soft as Charmin, as I like to say, right? Charmin toilet paper. That being said, I'm not the best at being like politically correct and like filtered and media trained or whatever. So so I think Riley, like on the drive, was like, you better be careful with like how you're over here like talking about like how you're talking about like these sensitive issues, like such as race or politics or religion or any of these things. Like I get that it's sensitive and people are very, very opinionated and devoted to that. The whole thing with the freestyle for me was, I think that if you look at everybody that was in the freestyle, they did something that was like characteristically based or important to them. Stephen and Riley, they did gymnastics. Yeah. Why? He's a gymnast. He's an Olympian. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. I would do the same thing. You know? Alona, her freestyle to me like fit her perfectly. Joey, tennis, fits him perfectly, right? Like Danny and Whitney fits them perfectly. Like, so then it's like for us, like, what are we going to do? Like, what should we do? We should do what is important to us. And, and we wanted to celebrate a first, right? Which is the first all Black couple in Dancing with the Stars history to make the finale. I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to stand 10 toes down on that. People like have their opinions, this or that or whatever. I'm going to die on that hill. Like, I think it's important to celebrate first. I think it's cool to recognize that. Now back to your original question, like there's all these people, right? You have like the Nicholas brothers, right? The Tapp brothers. His family members were in the audience that night. No and I'm way. Like, so I'm like, you think I care or I'm going to prioritize Debbie's opinion in Wisconsin. Yeah. That she doesn't like that I brought race into it or that I'm making it this or that, whatever. When I'm sitting there performing for like two people that I grew up watching. Yeah. And their family members, right? Like, that struggled their whole life to like feel like they were seen and recognized and could step into like that space and have success, financial and just recognition. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't care. Like I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that opportunity. For sure. And I thought it was dope and I thought it was awesome and it was a fun opportunity.
And the black and white was
the black and white.
So good.
And the change to like the Curtis Mayfield Motown vibe when it went to color. I'm like, it wasn't about being divisive. It wasn't even really about Black, like right, like the race, like it was just about a first, and that's what we were trying to celebrate. And I hope we did it well. I think we did it well. It's something that I can put my head on the pillow at night and just be happy with. And so, people loved it. Some people didn't. You know.
Well, and here's the thing: there's been over 30 seasons, and you're the first one to be Black.
That's crazy. You know what I mean?
A part of you is a part of you frustrated that it's taken this long?
You know, I actually got asked this the other day. No, only because when I grew up dancing, I was a competitive ballroom dancer. I do all styles, but I was a competitive ballroom dancer. I danced with Lindsay Arnold.
Yeah.
When I went to ballroom competitions, there was one other black guy that I would ever see. And he was like this guy, he did like American rhythm. His name was like Miguel. And he wasn't like African American. Like he wasn't like black like I was black, but he was, I don't know wherever he was from.
Gotcha.
But he was dark.
Gotcha.
He was the only one that I ever saw. So for me, it's like, I read that a lot too, where they're like, Dancing with the Stars needs to do better and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's not that. It's that there's not a lot of black kids that do ballroom dancing. You know what I mean? Like if you reach your hand into a bucket, right, full of 10 crabs, and one's a blue crab and the rest of them are red crabs, the percentage chances that you're going to pull up red crabs. Like it's not like they're not looking for them. It's there's not a lot of
or that they'll be good. A good, yummy blue crab.
Or qualified blue crab or crab that you know what I mean? Like you don't want to start just doing things just because I don't want to get anything just because I'm black.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's controversial. I don't want that. I want to get something because I'm talented or I offer something to you. Can being black be a part of that? Of course, because it's important and representation is important. I'm not arguing any of that. But I also want to be good at what I do.
For sure.
Right? And I feel like that in anything. If you're going to get your tummy tuck, you want to get your tummy tucked by somebody that's just there because they're a woman or they're black or they're this or they're that or they're that.
Want someone who can do it, who's qualified.
That's qualified. Now, if they happen to be a black woman, dope.
Yeah.
Congratulate. Like that's
amazing.
Amazing. But I just want people that are qualified doing these work. And that's how I feel about myself.
Yeah.
And so I would love to see more young black or mixed or ethnic kids doing ballroom dancing. There wasn't when I was growing up. Maybe it's different now. I haven't been competing in ballroom for
decades,
12 years. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's way different. And I'm speaking on something that I have no business on because I'm not a part of that right now. Like fair enough. But when I was growing up, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And so frustrated, I can't say that would be the word. Am I surprised that it's taken, 33 seasons? Yes, I am surprised. Yeah. But there also hasn't been many of us. And so again, that's just another reason for me though, to celebrate it. It's not nothing divisive. I'm not over here in the politics asking who you vote for, or where you align, blah, blah. I don't care.
No, it's just exciting.
Thank you.
It's exciting. It's amazing. You should be proud.
That's how I feel.
A big slap on the back saying I did that.
Eat a steak and keep it moving. And I'm already moving on. That's the thing is that I feel like people just love to congratulations. It was a great moment. I hope people watch it. Go look it up on YouTube. Go slide on this and that, whatever. Watch it. Have your opinions on it. Talk about it. I'm going on tour. I want to come meet you guys. It's next is next.
Let's go.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. So I feel like a lot of the couples, you always see some couples become besties with other couples. They vibe really well. Who would you say you and Chandler vibed the most with?
We got along really well with Jenna and Joey, actually, which is crazy because they're the ones that end up whooping our butt in the finale.
Winners.
Joey, I see you, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. So close, but yet so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never been closer to the mirror ball, never been further. But I think Joey and Jenna, first of all, Joey is the man. He's like the nicest dude on the planet.
He's a sweetie.
I
don't know him, but I love him.
Yeah, same. Well, I know him and I do love him.
Yeah.
He's so sweet, so nice, super talented, like very much like on brand for the show. Like no real dance training, no real dance, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Figures it out, works his butt off. A stud, a stud. So we really got along with them well. We really got along with Jen and Sasha really well. Yeah. Chandler and Jen are like little homies.
Little besties.
They're close.
Today's episode is brought to you by Bohm. Bohm is your ultimate winter fashion destination. From versatile denim to statement-making dresses, Bohm offers everything you need to embrace the season in style. Their collection effortlessly blends comfort and on-trend designs so you'll look and feel your best all winter long. Visit bohm.com, BOHME.com, and use code 20JOSIE to refresh your wardrobe and elevate your seasonal style with Bohm's winter essentials. And thank you, Bohm, for sponsoring today's episode.
But I got along with Danny Amendola really well. I'm like a sports kid. Like grew up with that. So when I see Danny, I'm like,
you're like, whoa.
Yeah, like, come on, that's Danny,
Yeah.
And so, but we got along with everybody. I will say this is like not one of the first times, but the cast was like there was no drama.
Yeah.
Very closely knit. Like just nothing happening. Everybody was just doing their own thing. A lot of real professionals like in their field.
Yeah.
So everybody was just keeping it moving. It was fun. It was enjoyable. Doing show and tells for each other at the studio, showing each other's dances, like helping each other. It was great.
So do you think that means this tour will be the best tour yet?
It should be.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it should be. Why wouldn't it be? I just think the show's getting bigger, the tour's getting bigger, the opportunity's getting bigger, and you have a room filled with, I cannot stress enough. These dancers, I've grown up around dancers my entire life.
Yeah.
And I would consider myself a good dancer. These people that I'm around make me look not like I'm a good dancer. And I'm like decent.
You're really good, Brandon.
Well, thank you. But these people are
very good.
insane. Like, I like walking into this room. I'm like watching like Pasha and Danny, just like excellent, exquisite at their craft, like top of the top of the top.
Creme a la creme.
Creme a la creme. Like,
Whatever
you know what I
they
mean?
say,
Like, just so, and it's like so inspiring to me. Like, I would watch them in rehearsal. We just finished rehearsal, 2-3 days ago or whatever. I drove home and I was like sitting in the car. I was driving by myself. We have this little Tesla. And
still, you had the Tesla last time.
Still in the
like, we need to
Tessie.
get out of that Tesla.
But we love it.
You love the Tesla?
We love the Tessie. We love
Driving
the Tessie.
from LA to Utah, you love the Tessie?
We love the Tessie. But the drive, horrendous.
No, that would suck.
Horrendous.
Having to stop to charge your car every
5 seconds.
freaking hour.
It's insane. And you load it up.
But I guess you're LA people. You like your Tesla.
We're
Teslas.
LA now.
Yeah, you're LA.
Very LA. Very Hollywood.
Yeah.
We were driving home, and so my wife was in the Tesla. I was in this little SUV that we rented. And I'm like driving, I'm like thinking about tour rehearsal, just about how hard it is and like the amount of time or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like thinking about like, we brought in this salsa couple. They're like the 9-time world champion salsa couple. And I was like watching them do what they do. And I'm like, they are the best at what they do. Then I look over and I'm like Pasha and Danny. Then I look over at Britt. And then I look over at blah, blah, blah. And Gleb. And yeah. And you're just in a room full of killers.
Yeah.
And so the reason I bring that all up is because like then you go out onto tour and it's so different from the show because on the show, it's a bunch of killers that are working with people who aren't. Yeah. Right? Like, they're not dancers.
So they can only perform so
They only
killer.
do so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In comparison to people that are just bred for that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they do, you know? And so you go on tour, and then it's like 8, 9, 10, however many pros. That is just what they do. They eat, drink, and sleep it. Like, that is what they do. And so it's cool to sit there and watch these people. Like, it's so good. And so the show's so good. It's all finished up. We'll go tech it in January, but it's just, the show's good. The music is unreal. Our choreographer, our director is Mandy Moore. And she's like, she did La La Land, Taylor Swift. Like, she is the GOAT. And so creatively, like, it's so visual. We have all the screen content on these LEDs and the costumes. And it only gets better. And I think this is one of the best. Oh,
I'm going to go see it.
You have to.
I have to.
You have to come out. We're in LA, or we're in Salt Lake 2 days this time.
Yeah.
2 shows.
Well, you got to, because this is where all the fans are.
And this is where all the pros are from.
Literally everybody.
All
You say how like all these, pros are so amazing. What do you think your strong point is in dance?
I think this is a strong point that I've always had. And I think this is like a life strong point for me. Okay. But I would consider myself like a jack of all trades. Like, I think that Lindsay said this, I guess, when she was on So You Think, that she can do everything. She may not be a master at one thing, but she can do everything. And I feel very similar. It's like, if you put me in a room and did contemporary, I would feel confident. If you put me jazz, same thing. Hip hop, same thing. Ballroom, same thing. I feel confident in everything. Yeah. Now, am I the Bill Gates of one style? No, I'm not, But I do feel like I am kind of like a jack of all trades type kid. And I think that's like, it's useful because I can do a little bit of everything for you. And so I think that's like a strength for me. I also love partnering, like lifting and like leading. And
I see your guys' TikToks of you lifting up Briley, trying to do all the things.
She's like a fly.
I love it.
She's like a fly. We did the one, amazing. Where they're like, what's the trend where they put them on their shoulder and then they flex?
Oh, yeah, strong and
she's like, I don't know, we're like the same height. I'm like, my left leg weighs more than her entire body. And so,
like, come on, give me some credit,
girl. Come on. I warm up with that. So, but I think that's
strengths. What's your favorite though?
My favorite is anything that I can. I love doing like groovy, hip hoppy, so like samba. Okay. Like things like a really like
where you kind of wiggle that booty a little.
Wiggle the booty, let it go, really shake what my mama gave me. Like, I love that type of stuff. I'm not like really, I don't love like structure. Yeah. Even in my life, like I just kind of like, I always say like, I'll just wing it. Yeah. I'll just wing it.
It's a way to go.
I just am better at it. I'm better off the cuff than I am
you pull
rehearsed.
It off. So
I mean, knock on wood.
I mean, you
Knock
made the
on wood.
finale.
I made the finale. Yeah, but I'm 1 for what? 1 for 6.
Hey, next season.
Next season, maybe I make it 2 for whatever.
It's coming. Next season, who would you want as a dream partner? I asked you this last time too.
You know, it's funny. So they asked me this at GMA.
Okay.
And
this is basically GMA.
It is GMA. It's good. Like, it's GMU.
Good Morning Weekly Trash.
Good Morning Weekly Trash. Yeah. GMWT.
Yeah.
They asked me this, and my answer was, I was like, oh, I'd love like a singer, somebody who's like really young and talented, whatever, like Haley Steinfeld. And she also just got engaged to Josh Allen. I'm again a big football guy. And so I'm like, she'd be great. And then she commented back to me in the thing and said, should I start warming up or something? Or like, should I get my shoes or whatever?
Shut up.
I swear on my life. So I'm like,
did you send that to the producers? You were like, hey.
Get her on the show and get her in my, So how crazy is that? No. So I would love like an artist. My first season I was with Tinashe and she was unreal. And so I'd love an artist. I just love anybody. I just want to be on the show, but I would love that.
But okay, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Chandler was a dream.
Yeah.
Young,
she did
talented,
amazing.
Did amazing. So like anybody like that, I'll take
But with having anybody who has any kind of dance experience,
of course,
you have the haters being like, "This isn't fair."
Yeah, of course. I'm also like, people love that argument, and I'm like, okay, fair enough. But you got to keep the same energy for every other person that's been on the show that has dance experience. And this is like not even me calling them out because I think they should be on the show. I think you're hard pressed to find a successful celebrity that hasn't had some training in dancing. What are you talking about? Like, if you're a singer, you've probably trained a little bit in dancing. You're on stage with your backup dancers and you're dancing a bit, right?
Yep.
If you're in movies, you've probably danced a bit. Like, if you're, like any of these people, if you're an actor, especially if you're an East Coast actor, Broadway, that type of stuff, live theater, you've danced. You're a musical.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard. You're going to be hard pressed. But like, you could go all the way back. Like Whitney's partner, when she was with Alfonso, he had dance experience. He was on Broadway. He was a tapper, a professional tapper. That's what he did. You know what I mean? Like JoJo Siwa, Jordan Fisher, Charlie D'Amelio, like Chandler, like there's tons of people. Heather Morris, like even this season with like Brooks and Gleb, like Brooks was like, oh, I danced in high school. Like, I don't find any exception. I don't take any exception to that because I'm like, most of these people have dance experience.
Well, and dance experience and ballroom are
two different things.
Very different
and
things.
And also, just because Chandler happens to be really good at that, right? She has experience. I'm not denying that. But she has experience just like a lot of other people. She's just really talented.
She's naturally gifted.
Naturally gifted dancer. And so, and again, I'm not going to hide from it. I feel like people like the PR of it are like, well, do you feel like you got to stay away from it? Or do you got to dress? I'm like, I'm not going to, I can't mix words. You know,
was it hard though? Like hearing that there was negativity online about it?
You know, look, I think opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has them and they all stink.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that. Yeah.
And so it's like, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I think this is something that Briley and I have been talking about a lot lately is like, if you choose, and it's a choice, to put yourself out there on social media, to put your life out there to whatever extent, a lot of it, a little of it, you know, whatever you deem your privacy, that's up to you. But you are opening yourself up to be interpreted by these people who do not know you. And that's what Chandler was doing. She was putting herself on a television show to people that don't know her or don't know me or don't care to know us or want to know us, whatever it may be. But you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Right? The ugly with the beautiful. And so for me, it's like most people loved her and loved us and loved the work that we were doing. For the people that didn't like it, for whatever reason, if that was the reason they were coming up with is, oh, it's because she has dance experience, to me, I'm like, I'll live with that. Like if that's where you want to like lay your hat on and that really keeps you up at night. That's the hill you're going to die on. More power to you, Becky in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know, like I cool.
As a coach, were there ever times where you had to like talk Chandler through it?
Oh my goodness. Every week.
Yeah.
The thing with her too is Chandler's like very smart. She's a smart girl, very educated, and she's like self-aware and she's confident, which is to me, I think that can be off-putting to people. Like I don't know why.
Confident
women,
diva.
but especially confident women.
Yeah.
Like people take the biggest.
People hate confident women.
They hate confident women. I'm like, don't you want like? I married a confident woman because I want my daughters to be confident women. And I want like that's to me is crazy. I'm like, my daughter's not going to be walking around, or my wife is not going to be walking around with allowing people to talk to them any type of way. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
They respect themselves.
They better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They better. And I have to teach them that, or she has to have that in herself. Like, come on, like we should want confident women. And so That's what Chandler is. She's confident. And I don't know if that's like off-putting to people or if they're like intimidated by it or whatever it may be, but in her line of work, Chandler isn't Chandler. Chandler is somebody else, right? I portray this person. I portray that person. I portray. So if people had issues with like the character or the story or the writing or whatever, it wasn't her. This was the first time that she's public, that it's her.
Yeah.
So if people take exception with her, it's to Chandler.
It's personal.
It's personal, and it feels very personal. And on social media, it gets loud quick. I mean, you've been in this world long enough that you know it's even if it's 10 voices out of 100, those 10 voices can get loud quick.
Yeah.
And so this was a conversation that we probably had every week, right? Just of navigating that. And I feel like I've become more like jaded towards that because my only experience in any publicity has been on like a show that's like this. And so from the rip, that's just been my life.
Yeah.
And I'm also a little bit, I guess, callous, like hard-headed, where I'm just kind of like, I don't
care.
Yeah. Do you know me? Then I don't care. You know, I really don't.
Yeah.
And if you do, then come say it to me. Say it right to my face, and we can have a conversation about this. But you won't. So that means that you don't value that opinion as much as you feel like you do. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. And so for her, it was a conversation that we had a lot. And agreed on things, disagreed on things of how you should manage it. But it is a tricky and a very slippery slope. You just got to take the good with the bad.
Did it ever affect performances?
No, I don't think it ever affected her performance because at the end of the day, she is like professional in her work. And I think that is like, I think that even that with like social media and kids growing up now and just younger generations, which makes me sound so old. I'm not trying to be like Father Gandhi over here, but like.
You're 30.
Yeah, almost. I'm 30. Yeah. Or like I'm like this really experienced person. But like, I feel like there's so many young people that like only operate at their fullest potential when the environment is like perfect for them. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
like, have you heard
saying.
like, and it's like, I don't know how you were raised, but I was raised in the athletically or school, like academically, or even just dance wise. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're sad, happy, if your teacher, your mama, your boyfriend, your girlfriend did this, that, whatever. You better come and produce 100% of what you're capable of.
Yeah, show up.
You have to. Right? It's not about you. You have to. And so it's like, I think I think because of social media and the power of it, it's like these people, these influencers or people that intake a lot of social media, they feel like they have to be heard. They have to be valued, or they have to, your right is to be heard. You have the voice. You don't have to be agreed with. I can disagree with you.
Yeah.
You know? And so that comes, face and face when it comes to dancing. It's like, at the end of the day, regardless of what week Chandler was having, when it came to Tuesday night, it was time to perform. And she knew that. She would put on her big girl pants, buckle them up, and go to work. And that's something that I will die on that hill. 11 weeks we had the show or whatever, every single time she showed up, it was 100% of what she had to give. And I respect it because it's in that industry and in that world, it's very easy to become, oh, I'm not today, I'm not feeling it. Who cares?
You got to show up.
Got to show up. Well,
and you seem like a very like level-headed person. Do you ever struggle with like any form of anxiety or stress or anything?
I'm probably the most anxious person on the planet Earth. Yeah, it's bad.
Brandon,
it's so
really?
Bad. Oh, it's so bad.
I would have never guessed, which that's usually how it is. Like the
1,000%.
people that you wouldn't expect to have anxiety or depression usually do.
Of course. I think I'm very, very anxious. As far as like being like depressed or things like that, it's like, I think that in today's day and age, there's a million ways that you can help yourself.
Yeah. I
think that depression, mental health, like those issues, it's refreshing because it's like they finally come to light, right? Like people are finally paying attention to them and acknowledging that is a real, your physical health and your mental health are equally as important. Yeah. I think that we are more accustomed to being able to help ourselves physically than we are mentally. And so I think mentally, sometimes when we struggle with things, we kind of use the scapegoat of like, well, I'm anxious or I'm depressed or I have this or I have that. Fair enough, but you can also change that.
Yeah. You
can also work on that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. Like this, post mission for me, there were certain responsibilities that I had to my family, and I probably wasn't in the best place mentally, but who cared?
Yeah.
I didn't have time for it. I had to get up and make some money or figure myself out.
Yeah.
I don't have time. And regardless if I was depressed or anxious or this or whatever, I had to go make it.
Survival mode.
I got to make it. I got to make it. It wasn't a luxury for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't sit there and host and I'm going to process this and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to understand. Girl, you got to go make some money. You got to process it later.
Yeah.
Right now you got to go, you know? And I'm not saying that that's healthy because you still need to process it. You do need to process it and understand it and identify it and adjust and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you got to get to work. You know what I mean? I think a lot of these people that are anxious like me, you can help yourself. Get to work.
Yeah.
Push yourself. Set extreme goals. Reach them. Develop some self-confidence. Go to the gym. Take care of yourself. Eat clean. Stay away from this crap. Like, take care of yourself. Don't sit here and complain about all this stuff and then not do anything to help yourself.
Exactly. You have to do something for your future self. Like you're doing it for the future you.
And you owe it to yourself.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to do it for you.
Because there are days where because I have anxiety as well. And it's like, I don't even want to get up. Like
1,000%.
I'm debilitated by this. But if I don't get up, brush my teeth, brush my hair, get ready and get out of this freaking house, I'm going to spiral.
And do you expect, it's so weird because I don't know what it is. I feel like it's shifting so much where it's like people expect somebody else to do that for them.
To save them.
They will not. And maybe they just didn't grow up in the same environment as I did or grow up with the same experience that I was. You better figure it out.
Yeah.
You better figure it out because nobody else is going to do it for you.
Yeah.
And if you have somebody else that's doing it for you, consider yourself blessed because eventually that person will not be able to do it for you.
Yeah.
Do it on your own.
Like you need a support system. Like obviously you have Briley. She's your rock. She's your girl, you know?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, everything that you do is on you.
It's on you. It's on you.
Yeah.
And you're the only one. You get one shot at it. You get one. I only have one today. You know what I mean? And I'm going to live it, enjoy it, try to be the best version of myself. And tomorrow, continue that. You know what I mean? Like you just got to keep, I always tell Briley, like I love going to the gym. First of all, I'm not like ripped. I'm not like sitting here like.
Start stripping, take it off.
Like
Let's
Arnold. Yeah, I'm not like, come on. I'm not like this bodybuilder doing it.
Not Channing Tatum?
No, I wish. Channing
Tatum should do Dancing with the Stars.
Please. I dance with Channing Tatum if he was on the show.
Because they've had 2 women partners. They need 2 male partners.
Me and Channing
that would be iconic.
And he can dance.
Yeah. That'd be sexy.
Ooh, I'd have to get to the gym for real. Then. If I'm dancing with Channing, I'd have to get to the gym. But I love going to the gym.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Today's episode is brought to you by Coconut. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that my personal favorite organic personal lubricant is Coconut. If you are making clean ingredient swaps, it is so important to make sure you are getting quality ingredients that are good for your body inside and out. Coconut uses all natural ingredients. They are cruelty-free, made in the USA, and their packing is plastic-free. Not only is it clean and my personal favorite, but it would also be a great gift to your partner or yourself, or you could spread the love and gift it to your bestie. So head to coconut.com, that is coconut without the T, and use code WEEKLYTRASH for 15% off your order. My code stacks with their on-site discount, so order today and you can thank me tomorrow. Again, that is coconut.com. Use code WEEKLYTRASH for 15% off. And thank you, Coconut, for sponsoring today's episode.
Not even to look a certain way or to eat or whatever, blah, 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 but just because it's like I start my day with something and it's time where I can put my headphones in, listen to my little Audible book and like just lock it in and push myself. And I expect myself to do it. So I do it. Yeah. Regardless if I was dancing, not dancing, worked all day, not worked all day, I would come home from rehearsal and I would still go to the gym. But because it's like, you have to have some like accountability. There's just no accountability for people now. There's a million excuses. We all have excuses. The ones that are successful are the ones that put the excuses to the side and get crap done. Yeah. You got to get to work, you know? And that all came to pass. This whole conversation came because to me, that is something that I respect from Chandler is that regardless of all that stuff that was happening, it was like, when it's time to get to work, it's time to get to work.
It's time to get to work.
Got to work.
So what do you, obviously, you know, you go to the gym, you do all these things to manage anxiety, but your job is pretty, I would have high anxiety at this stage right now where you don't know the outcome. Like you don't know if you'll be on the next season. There's so many unknowns.
There is.
Is there anything in your life that you know for certain that like keeps you like stable, that you're like, at least I got this?
Yeah. I mean, at least I got my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love my relationship. I love my wife. I love my family. I love my friends. I love, we don't have like the most consistent lifestyle, but I love that. Like I love the consistency of just being able to kind of exist.
Yeah.
It's such like a unique lifestyle.
It is.
And I recognize that and I enjoy that. I think if you have a lot of anxiety or you're a very anxious person, I think it helps if you've had successes, because you can kind of like, what's like the word, like your laurels, like you can like lay your hat on your laurel. I think that's like kind of the same, but like you can basically like I always say this, like Val Shmerkovsky, he's like one of my best friends, like was like a brother to me, like helped like really develop me and still does. He always would would tell me like, you have to earn your rest, like earn your sleep. You know what I mean? Like if you ever like, just like laid around all day and then when it's time to go to bed, you're like, I am a piece of poop.
Yep.
You know?
And
not only like a piece of poop, but like after you flush the ones that still stay in the bowl.
Yeah.
Like not even like a good one.
The little nasties.
The little nasty, the ones that are almost clear and you're like, what is that doing in there?
Yeah.
I am a skid mark, you know? Because you didn't do anything and like you're going to bed and you're just like, you just existed.
Yeah.
You know? So after you told that to me, I love that. Like a tour rehearsal, I'd come home like so tired. We'd rehearse all day long, and then I would still try to go to the gym, or I'd make dinner. I'd try to be really involved, whatever. Blah, blah. By the time you lay down, it's like I have earned the right today to like rest a little bit. I think that's how I manage some of my anxiety. The show, this lifestyle, is the most anxious, anxiety-filled life you could ever imagine. Super inconsistent, very high stake, very high reward. But you can start trusting your track record. You know what I mean? Like you can trust yourself and you can kind of push that anxiety onto action and results. I think a lot of people are anxious because they have no action. They have no result. Yeah. I'd be anxious too. You haven't proven yourself. You haven't you put yourself through the fire and come out a stronger person. I'd be anxious too. Are you going to crack or you're not going to crack? I know I'm not going to crack. I would hope.
Yeah. You're not
right?
cracking.
I haven't yet. You know what I mean? And so you got to test yourself a little bit. And so I think that helps me deal with some of my anxiety.
I love that. I think a lot of people need to hear this too, because I think, especially being a man, I feel like a lot of men don't even want to acknowledge that they have anxiety. They're like, oh, it's just day to day, whatever. But you're no, you're like, no, it is anxiety, but I am going to push through it.
1,000%. One of my favorite quotes is, courage is not the absence of fear, but the action that takes place in it.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I also saw this other quote yesterday where it was like, the quality of your life is dictated by the happiness of your thoughts.
I love that.
I loved both of those. I saw those on TikTok of all places because I'm a social media. I'm an influencer.
Yeah. What are you going to do when TikTok leaves, Brandon? That's your whole job.
When TikTok leaves, I'm going to go like this. Thank you.
But like, honestly, TikTok is a huge part of like getting votes.
Huge part. Also, first of all, I don't think there's any way that TikTok's going anywhere.
I don't think TikTok's going
anywhere. It makes way too much money for a lot of people that have a lot of influence.
I've gone down a lot of conspiracy holes, and like people who own big stocks of TikTok are also very good friends with going to be the soon to be president. So
people that are in charge.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's going.
It makes too much money.
I mean, knock on wood. I don't know. Like, I don't. This comes out after, so watch us say this, and TikTok's gone.
And now we're on WhatsApp posting this segment on Marco Polo. Yeah. I would try to go to another app if TikTok disappeared, because then I could be like the founding father.
The new one.
I could be the George Washington of instead of TikTok, it's called Big Buck. You know what I mean?
Buck.
And
I love Big Buck. Speaking of Buck, did you watch Wicked?
I definitely watched Wicked.
Me and Buck.
Yeah. Also, why did she choose? She could have said it any other way.
Buck.
Yeah. I'm like, what? I said, excuse me?
Did you end up on Bach Talk?
What is Bach Talk?
It was this girl. Did you? Briley ended up on Bach Talk.
She sings that nonstop.
This girl like did a whole contest of like Bach lookalikes in New York City, and they all showed up, and she just was obsessed with that whole saga of the me and Bach. It's so funny.
Also, the movie was really good.
Oh, I thought the movie was so good.
It was really good.
You're about to say a but.
I don't want no but, because I don't want the people online coming for me.
The Wicketers? What are they?
Wicketers. Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I just
sounds crazy. That could go south real quick.
I just put ERS after everything. Trashers,
yeah,
Wicketers.
Because I feel like Wicketers could go south for white people really quick, because that word is starting to flirt there a little bit. But the movie was great. It was really long.
Yeah.
It was really long. And
what are you going to say?
I just, in my opinion.
Riley's like, watch yourself.
Yeah, she is like, watch myself.
She's your publicist.
It's almost to the point now where there's so much saturation of wicked content online that it makes me like, I'm like, okay.
I get it.
Cool. You know, like I get it.
Were you a
like,
Wicked lover before Wicked?
This is crazy. Briley and I had just seen Wicked a year before, maybe 6 months before in New York. We had gone to New York and we were like, we should go see Broadway, blah, 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 blah. We'll go see Wicked. I had never seen it. She had never seen it. Jaw on the floor, one of the best live performances either one of us have ever seen in our life. Stunning. Unreal. So then from there, I was like, I'm into this.
Yeah.
Now, was I in my car listening to Wicked on the way to the gym? I wasn't.
You weren't.
I wasn't. Also, this body could not defy gravity a day in its life. I'm very pro-gravity over here.
Your bulk.
I'm thick-boned. You know what I mean? And so I'm pro-gravity. And so I'm pro-gravity. So I just let them do their thing. They can defy it all they want. I'm pro-gravity.
I'm pro-gravity.
You know
That's the title of this episode. Pro-gravity.
I don't defy
Last
it
one was Dogwater. This is pro-gravity.
Yes. This is for you 2+ bill people out there. You know you're pro-gravity.
I'm dead. No, I loved Wicked. I'm actually going to see it live. They're coming to Utah. They're doing
no way.
60 shows here. I'm like, okay.
Like the traveling tour version of it?
Yeah. Like
60?
They're doing 60.
We got to go to one.
Can you imagine? Because you're on tour. You know, obviously, it's not as long as Wicked. I mean, the Wicked is, I think it's like a 4-hour play or something.
I cannot imagine.
Imagine.
And I don't sing. Like your voice is like such like a fragile thing. Like if you woke up and you have like your cough.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I wonder if they have like multiple.
They they have like understudies. Yeah, I mean Broadway's like so. But I feel like if you did have a really bad cough, the whole Bach moment would be unreal. Yeah. You know that's like your chance to do. Like, yeah. They'd be like, what? Excuse me.
What'd you say? Say it again.
Yeah, say that again one more time.
Oh man, no, Wicked was good. Well,
it was very good.
I'm glad that you at least liked it, even though now you're getting too much of it.
It's just oversaturated for me. I'm like, leave me alone.
I get it. I think it is just because like Ariana Grande.
Well, yeah, and she's dope.
She's
so talented.
Cynthia E is the best.
Cynthia E is a gangster.
No,
unreal vocal.
Unreal
vocal talent. If I could sing half like that, I would never shut up. I'd never shut up.
I would be the most annoying friend in the car. I would turn the volume down and I would just sing to everybody.
I'd be like one of the Utah kids, like in their bios, like music, this is my life, and blah blah blah. And I'd be like singing at the complex every night. I'd be
the complex.
I loved the complex as a kid.
The complex. Were you dancing at the complex?
I was a complex goer. Did you go to the complex?
No, I always felt like the complex was like dirty.
Well, yeah, that's
like it was like we're bad kids on it. It was like it's for like the naughty, the naughty kids that like are drinking alcohol before they.
Oh 21.
But like it really was just a bunch of weirdos, and then there was like randomly like 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds there, 1000%. And you're like, get a life.
Yeah, and also are we allowed to? Yeah,
like are you allowed to be here?
Wrong.
Like you're a pedophile. Like get out.
You definitely are the ones that are watching the zombies at home.
Yes,
with the Indian food.
1000%.
Yeah, I can smell the chicken tikka masala from here.
Tiki masala is so good.
It's so freaking good.
Okay, last question before Trash Topican.
Yes.
What goals do you have for yourself in 2025?
Okay, 2025 goals for myself is I want to, this is like a little small one. I'll start small.
Okay, let's start
I want to go back to Europe. I want to travel.
Love.
Yeah, I want to travel. I want to, there's certain like financial goals, like numerical goals that I have.
For sure.
I would love to own a piece of property. I don't own anything right now. We
Utah?
have no roots. TBD.
Okay.
I think TBD. I think TBD. Yes, long term. I think maybe just an investment, just something. Yeah,
something.
You know, something like that. I would love to start talking about a family.
Okay.
Starting a little family.
I love that.
Have some little melted chocolate chips running around.
I love it.
Little rugrats.
I love it.
I would love to make another final for Dance with the Stars. I would love to win it, but I would love to make another finale Dance with the Stars. And I would like to be active on social media.
We love it. We love seeing you.
You know, I think regardless if you love it or not, I think you're going to keep seeing me.
Yeah.
You know?
It's great. It's great for business.
It's good for business. It's good for, I don't know if it's good for my business, but it's good for somebody's business.
Absolutely.
I think really getting active, like, especially like with couple stuff, like stuff with like me and Briley, really get active with that. Even like supporting like other friends' brands and like stuff like we have like some of our really close friends, they have like a company called like Park Lover. It's all about like Disneyland.
Oh, cool.
And it's incredible. And like just like stuff like really supporting like kids that are like me, are like-minded and like want to come up in this stuff. Like let's all come up together. I'm not about the like Let's all come up
There's
together.
enough pie for everybody.
You know, weekly trash. Let's blow weekly trash up. Let's have a
blow
number
it
one
up.
pot. We're gonna be out here with Joe Rogan soon.
Oh yeah,
You
Joe
know?
Rogan, move over.
Move over. It's
we got
time
trash
for the
to take
trash.
out. I love it.
We're taking the trash
I
out. It's
love it,
garbage
Brandon.
day.
You're the best. Okay, you need to pick a topic out of this trash can.
Okay.
Speaking of trash topic can.
Please give me something good.
I just wrote new ones. None of them are that juicy. I kept them all pretty PG in there for you
Fair enough.
because I know you want to.
Protect
You have
the brand.
you have grandmas listening.
Grandma. My mother-in-law would kill me. Okay.
Can you read my handwriting?
I
That's the
can.
real question.
Favorite way to celebrate something.
What's your favorite? What'd you do when you were in the
I mean,
finals?
I
Did
feel
you
like
celebrate?
that could be juicy. It could be a juicy
Oh yeah,
answer.
what favorite ways? There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Go to the bedroom. That's our favorite way to celebrate something.
Anyway, yeah.
That's all you need.
And that's
You're
all you
easy
need.
to please.
I'm easy.
Easy to
Simple
please.
creature.
Now you know what to
Belly
get them for
full,
Christmas.
keep it
Just wrap
moving.
yourself up in a bow, Riley.
Yeah, but please, under the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Favorite way to celebrate something. We are big dinner, like meal people.
Yes.
We love, so we got to, like, we celebrated the end of the season. We went to Catch Steak in LA.
Oh, is it good?
Which is like not like anything. I mean, I feel like we're making it seem like we went to
But everyone talks about Catch. Like it's a thing.
LA, yeah. So there's Catch LA and then there's Catch Steak. We went to Catch Steak and it was freaking good. But
What'd you get?
I got a filet.
Oh yeah.
And she got a petite filet. We got some mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, no mash. We did mac and cheese, no mash. Brussels sprouts. We're a big Brussels sprout couple. You like Brussels sprouts?
I like them.
No?
I like them in theory. Like they look like a good idea. Like I should eat them.
Okay, there's a place up here called something, White Horse.
White Horse.
We'll go get you some Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Change your life.
And they're good.
Phenomenal.
Do they make your pee smell weird?
That's asparagus.
Oh, that's right.
But that's close enough.
That's right. They're both green.
They're both green.
Yeah, I don't love
They're both
vegetables
green.
if you can't tell.
At all?
I'm not a huge fan, no.
Like any vegetable?
But I eat them. Here's the thing. Is corn a vegetable? I know it is, but like,
The
let's
worst
be real.
vegetable, but
Let's
it
be
is a
real.
vegetable.
It's not a vegetable, but
If
like
it comes out when you poop, it's not a vegetable.
and that is corn.
You want to hear something crazy?
Corn is disgusting if you think about
You know
it.
you can digest it, but you're actually what you see in your poop. This is great. There's no way this is making the edit.
Shut
but
up.
You
Oh, it's
actually
making the edit.
Okay, so I'll look right at you guys. Whatever the clip this is gonna
yeah.
be on. If
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
on
yeah.
TikTok, welcome TikTok. Yeah. You actually can digest the corn. What you're seeing is you can't digest the outside of it, so it's a little poop-filled corn sack.
You're dead.
Now go
I'm
eat your
kidding.
corn. Now go eat
I'm
your
kidding.
sweet corn.
You're kidding. No way.
Swear on my life. Google it. Swear on my life I heard that.
That's not
Tell me I'm
actual
wrong.
corn.
TikTok. Tell me, whoever I'm on there, tell me I'm
Oh.
wrong. It's a little poop-filled corn sack.
Okay, I'm Googling that later.
Yeah. Now go
That's
eat your
crazy.
sweet corn. I hate corn. I will go to war with corn.
You're joking.
Call up the Marines. I'm going to war and I
Corn
will
is
die on
so
this hill. Corn is
good.
dog water.
Corn is so good, but
No.
it is one of those things where I just know that like the bathroom situation after is just going to be gnarly.
Yeah. It looks
So I
like
just
a
stay away.
megaplex.
But like
in the
Brussels
toilet.
sprouts,
Brussels
are
sprouts,
clear
unreal.
to go.
Asparagus, broccoli,
Broccoli.
onions. You don't like broccoli?
Oh.
We have this spot called Gayukaku. It's like I think it's Gyukaku, Japanese barbecue spot in LA.
Yeah.
I'd change your life. Spinach, I'd change your life. Don't play with me.
Don't
look at a fat kid and tell me that I don't know how to eat.
I like cooked vegetables. I guess I like cooked, but like
I'm not a big raw vegetable guy.
but Brussels sprouts, I don't know. They just kind of.
I'm telling you, they're so
But I'll
good.
get them. I'll get them. White
Yeah,
horse.
we'll take you to White Horse. We'll get you.
But at Catch, you got the Brussels sprouts.
Brussels
the mash,
sprouts.
not mash.
Yes.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
No
I'm a big mac and cheese guy. And then a few days later, we went to a place called Boa to celebrate before we came home. And Briley, I think that was the best meal she's ever had, I think she would say. So,
What was it? Another steakhouse.
We're big steak people. Are you a steak person?
Oh, I love steak.
Fair enough. Then Boa, you need to try it.
Okay.
Legit.
Ruth's Chris is like my.
I love
is
Ruth's
like
Chris
the
too.
go-to.
I love
There's
Ruth's Chris.
STK now, but Ruth's Chris is better.
Okay, so I haven't been to STK
Ruth's
yet.
Chris
Briley
is
keeps
better.
talking about STK. I gotta go.
I
You think Ruth's
I
is
think
better than
Ruth's-
STK?
Ruth's is better than STK.
Ruth's and STK. Hit your boy up. DM me. We'll make a little video. We'll come out there and we'll compare.
'em. And there's Christopher's.
And Christopher's. Hit me up as well.
Christopher's is good too. It's like they're a trio. They're all
Yeah.
right there.
I'm all for.
So that's how you
some
celebrate
steak.
is with food.
Food.
I'm the exact same way.
Food. Or a vacation.
See, I don't go on a ton of. I got kids, so I don't go on a ton of.
Yeah, I
vacations.
think that's kinda why
Which
we're
is why
waiting on
you
the
should.
kids.
Yeah, keep going on all those.
Yeah,
vacations.
we're doing Tokyo this year. We're going to do Japan this year.
Yeah. Oh,
and then
wow.
we're going to do a cruise, like a European cruise. And then other than that, I think,
That's gonna be so fun.
yeah, it's going to be the best.
That's gonna be amazing. And I know there's people that do travel with kids. I'm just not one of those people. Like I know my strengths, and my strength is not like
traveling with
taking
kids.
3 kids on an airplane for
I
17
could not do
hours.
it.
Like I would rather die.
How old's your youngest?
18 months.
Yeah, no.
So I'm like, no, the farthest we're going is Disneyland. So
Are you a big Disney person?
no, but for my kids, I will go.
You will
So we
go.
go every year.
Yeah, we just went on Thanksgiving.
And how was it? Was it super crowded?
Unreal. It was crowded, but we got hooked up, so it was unreal.
Oh, you got the hookup.
We got the hook.
Yeah, you're a celebrity, so you got the
Far
hookup.
from
How many people stopped you in
Zeta
Disneyland?
Actually insane.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah, I bet.
The most ever.
I bet.
But it was cool. It was cool. They just caught me with a face full of churros every
You're
time.
like,
I'm like, yeah, 10 knuckles deep in a
"Hey!"
churro. And
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
the
insane.
churros are good.
They're the best. Or
That's
the corn
the reason
dogs.
why I'll go. I thought you didn't like corn.
I don't like corn, but I like a dog.
You like the corn dog. So you like the taste of corn. But you
Does
just
a
don't-
corn dog taste like corn?
Yeah, it has that like corny
No
taste. Corn.
Chance we're comparing corn to a corn dog right now. That's all time low. No, that's all time low out of you. That's
it's
crazy.
the same thing. Well, thank you so much for being pro gravity.
Yeah, no,
and
thank you.
being
Pro gravity.
here
Don't
and
defy it.
taking out trash and just
Anytime.
being the best guest ever.
I'm glad I could come back.
We love you, Brandon.
I love you guys. I love the 90% girlies out there.
The 90%
little
girlies and the
trashers. We love
10%
you.
gays.
Come on.
We
love all you.
We love everybody. We accept all. And we love dog water.
We love dog water.
We love
and
it. Pro gravity.
pro gravity.
Pro gravity.
Be pro gravity.
Have the best week, you guys. Thank you so much,
You too.
Brandon.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to hopefully see you on my TV next season.
Hopefully, knock on wood.
Have the best week, you guys. We love you. And don't forget to take out your trash. Bye.